All right. Good evening and welcome to a very special edition of the NFL schedule show. We're here to talk tonight about the NFL schedule that has been released. Schedules all over the place for all the teams has been released, and it's time for that show. But first, my name is Ralph Williams. I am the host of the NFL schedule show. Yeah, what do you want to talk about? Let me talk to you. I am the revolutionary. I am the visionary. Acknowledge me. I am Ralph Williams. All right, welcome aboard, everybody, and your comments are welcome in the comment section. We're going to get started with our teams and all the different schedules out there. Guys, we all took a look at the schedules this week to see what's going on. Some of them have been rated the toughest. Some of them have been rated in between. And some of them have been rated, some of the easiest schedules. But always, some of them that have the easiest schedules sometimes have a bad year. All right, so... All right, starting off, here's Pensman Sports, one of the co-hosts for the show tonight. Pensman, welcome to the show and good evening.
Hold on. One more time. And yeet! So, no. What was that? One more time? One more time? No. That made good be on the NFL schedule. It was a good show last night, and I want to comment on, and I want you to comment on this as well. Dan Orski, you need to drink Kool-Aid. You need to stop. And Ralph will explain why later.
Oh, absolutely. You know it. You doggone know it. I got a lot to talk about Dan Orlovsky here. We're going to go into that coming up as well. All right, Brian Pettit. Brian, welcome to the program. And Brian has a new broadcasting channel out here, which I'm going to put up here in just a moment. Here it is right here. The Sports Break Media with Brian Pettit. Brian, welcome to the program.
Well, thank you. It's been a long week that I've actually been on here. Hiatus. I've been trying to do some other stuff. You know, school's winding down in South Carolina where I'm at. So, we got a lot of things going on this week. You know, we got qualifying tomorrow for the Indy 500. And then next week, we start the Coca-Cola 600 in the Indy 500 next Sunday. So it's going to be a busy week.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And we're in Studio 10 here in Berlin, Maryland. Don't forget to tune into all RW Media Production shows starting June 1. In June. I'll be doing Ralph Reports every day and Raw and SmackDown post shows. I was supposed to be doing that real soon here, but I got into some situations here that I took a little time off here from doing some stuff here. We got some things coming up with RW Media Productions as well. Don't forget my radio shows in Pittsburgh, Philadelphia, and the Delmarva region. I'll talk about that coming up on our announcement segment of the show. All right, let's get started here on our NFL schedule show. All right, our respected teams. I'm going to let Pensman talk about the Steelers. Go ahead, Pensman. What do you think of the schedule? In fact, I'm going to put it up right now. I have it right here. There we go. There it is. There's the schedule, the Pittsburgh Steelers. What do you think? What do you think is scheduled? Do you think it's mediocre? Do you think it's soft, or do you think it's going to be a tough one? What do you think?
Well, I talked to you on the phone last night. If you guys pay attention, at Saints, we play the Saints in Paris. What you need to do is have the bye week after the Saints game, not the Browns week. Before the Browns, we play the Saints, then the Browns. They need to have the bye week after the Saints game. That way, we can recover from the Paris, France trip. But there's a couple hard teams. There's a couple easy teams. I take on the Steelers.
Yeah, the Steelers also playing Green Bay, which is, of course, Aaron Rodgers' former team and Mike McCarthy's former team. They're also playing the Giants. which has John Harbaugh. They're also playing the Falcons and Kevin Stefanski. What a way to start the season off, playing against your former head coach of the Cleveland Browns and Kevin Stefanski. What an interesting scenario this is here. I think the Steelers, I think this is a winning schedule, everybody. I think the Steelers are going to go 12-5. They might lose one or two division games. I don't even think that. I think they can conquer the division. I don't see the AFC North being a very strong division unless the Browns come up with something. I'm interested to see what Todd Monken, Jesse Minter, and Mike McCarthy, 3 new coaches, and then Zach Taylor, who almost got fired with the Bengals. I'm interested to see what their team's going to do as well. We'll look at their schedules coming up later on. But now we're going to go to Brian Pettit. He covers the San Fran 49ers. Brian, what's San Francisco's schedule looking like this year?
Well, they got to go all the way across the other. They're playing the Rams, Miami, the Arizona, Denver, Seattle, Washington, Atlanta, Las Vegas, Dallas might be a good game. That's be on November the 15th. Minnesota, Seattle, the New York Giants, back to the Rams. They got to play Los Angeles. They got to play. The tough game was going to be after December the 27th. They got to play Kansas City, Philly, and Arizona. They're going to be. It's going to be a tough one, but I could see them losing 5 or 4 games, maybe 6 games. It depends on if CMC gets hurt, but we'll see everything. When they go into the preseason game. So, but the thing is, they could lose that first game against the Rams very easily.
Oh yeah. The Rams always have a good football team. Sean McVay's a good coach.
Yeah.
It seems like no matter what he does, they seem to be able to win. But it did bite him in the butt when he didn't have enough draft. He didn't have any draft picks or any development players to bring up, and he kept signing all these free agents, and he got burned. And now he's starting to draft, and now the Rams are still doing pretty well. I think the trap game, Brian, is going to be against the Raiders. And the reason I say this is because Clint Kubiak was the offensive coordinator for Seattle, and he knows how to play San Francisco. Okay?
Yep.
So I'm thinking that could be a trap game, which means that could be the one that Shanahan loses that he should win. Okay?
Oh, yeah, there's going to be a couple games like that this year, too.
Right, yeah. Everybody has trap games. I'm talking about games that your team should win and you don't. And, so.
Well, I got a question here, Ralph.
Do
you think, and when you're talking about this, we're talking about the Raiders. That's on November the 8th. Do you think that Mendoza will start prior to, you know what I'm saying, though?
I don't think so. They brought in they brought in a couple guys. Oh, by the way, the Steelers are going to see Mike Tomlin this year one time, Sunday Night Football. I forgot to mention that. They will see Mike Tomlin. I'm interested to see what he has to say in regards to what's going on. I still haven't got word. I've got some spies out there that pass his house that live nearby. I'm trying to see if he has a for sale sign up yet because I'm just wondering if that's the case. But, because I think he may be getting out of town. I don't know if a lot of people notice his wife has a clothing line there. And I don't know who that is, but I'm nobody's father. So there you go. Anyway, but
that would be my son, Ralph.
Oh, okay. All right. I didn't know that. Sorry, Brian. But anyway, Mike Tomlin may be moving out of town. I don't know if I told you his wife has a clothing line that she markets, and very good one. It's called Kia. And what happened was she had a retail store over in the Etna section of the city of Allegheny County near Pittsburgh. And they firebombed and threw bricks through her window and stole stuff out of her store because of what was going on with the Steelers. His family was harassed. People were protesting in front of his home. He come out of his house one day. Somebody was throwing eggs at his car. So, I mean, it's just been one thing after another. And I'm thinking the Tomlins might be moving, and I'm waiting to see when the for sale sign goes up. I'll let you know. But anyway, so That's what's going on with that anyway. But all right, let's get back to the schedules here. Of all the teams around right now, guys, we'll start with you, Brian. Who do you think has the toughest schedule in this whole thing?
I'm going to say Seattle Seahawks.
Okay. Well, yeah, they won the Super Bowl. Obviously, they're going to have a tough schedule.
Well, we always talk about it, but they've started out pretty. It's going to be hard. I got to find. Yeah, they begin with New England, Arizona. They can win. Washington, they're going to win. The Chargers, they can win. It'll be coming down to the October. We'll talk to Sap that they're going to. The Seahawks will be playing at San Francisco that time. No, excuse me. They'll play at home. Seattle will play at home against the 49ers. They're at Denver. They play Kansas City. They'll play Chicago, Arizona, the Raiders, San Francisco again at San Francisco, Dallas, New York, Pittsburgh, Los Angeles, Carolina, and Los Angeles too. So they play back to back on December the 25th and a flex games. I don't know what that means though.
Well, I wouldn't sell out the Commanders yet. Although the Commanders have a new offensive coordinator. I think Cliff Kingsbury left or got fired. They have a new offensive coordinator. I don't know what Jay Daniels is going to do. The excuse that I'm hearing down here is that the Commanders had a lot of injuries last year, which forced them out. I don't know if that's the real case or if it was just some bad coaching or something caught up with them last year. I know the injury bugaboo did, and that's the excuse I'm getting down here in Berlin, Maryland. So, when I see Commanders fans with their Redskins gear on, so, and they tell me it's still the Redskins. So there you go. There you are. All right, there we go. All right. Detroit Pistons and Cleveland Cavaliers have tipped off. Great. That's good to hear. It's good to know. Yeah, NBA's, we'll talk a little bit about the NBA tomorrow. Tomorrow on our Saturday sports show, which I'll put up here in a couple minutes, we have a special guest tomorrow, Rod Peterson. And Rod is he covers hockey, covers the NHL. He's going to talk about the playoffs and a little bit about the Pittsburgh Penguins and what's going on there. Rod Peterson will join us tomorrow on the Saturday sports show, talk about some NHL hockey. He'll be on with us for about 15 minutes. And then we're going to get into NBA playoffs a little bit. And then we're going to circle the wagons, talk about the NFL, and talk about college football getting ready to start up in August and September and all that stuff. Who's your favorite? What you think your favorite team's going to do this year? We're going to talk about all that as well. That's all coming up. And then Sunday, we have UFL Weekly at 8 o'clock. Now, listen carefully now. After the UFL season has ended, we are going to start a show on Sunday at 8 o'clock called Anything Goes. We're going to talk about anything. It could be cooking. It could be what restaurants not to eat at. It could be politics. It could be sports. It could be yachting, pickleball, whatever. It could be anything. Anything goes. We're going to be talking about. So that's coming up right after the UFL season ends. And as soon as I get some stuff together here, we'll get it out to you there. But here's Saturday Sports. It's every Saturday morning, 10 a.m. live here on our YouTube channels, Facebook pages, and Twitch, Twitter, X, and the Kick Network. And real soon, I'm going to be switching to a different platform network or a different streaming network. And we're going to be on some other networks as well. And that's all coming up soon here on the RW Media Productions Network and Pensman Sports, Brian Pettit's new network as well. So we're all going to be please like and subscribe to all of our platforms as well, and help us out here on YouTube and Facebook and all of our other platforms. All right. Okay, guys, Pensman, what do you think? Who do you think has the toughest schedule this year? And who do you think has a mediocre schedule? And who do you think has the best schedule, or the what they call the easiest schedule?
Okay, I think the Dallas Cowboys has the hardest schedule.
Okay.
The Dallas Cowboys could be interesting. The Cleveland Browns have the easiest schedule, but according to Dan Orski, you don't want to win too many games because if you win too many games, that's a winning season, and the next quarterback can be playing on Saturday.
Yeah.
So according to Dan
What do you hear
Orlovsky. So
I'm not done yet. Wait do you hear what I have to say about Dan Orlovsky?
hold your
That's
brakes there, Cleveland. You might have you might have an easy schedule, but don't win too many games.
Hey, by the way, I heard somebody say something
But
about.
I think the Eagles have Eagles have the average.
I heard somebody on X not on X, but on the TikTok, they were talking about, oh, my team's going to go 0-17, and that would be like Miami Dolphins. Somebody said that the Miami Dolphins would be 0-17.
Yeah,
I was like, really?
Yeah, they have a bare cupboard. A lot of the guys left. They're free agency, or they didn't bother signing them. Jeff Hafley's down there, and I got nothing against Jeff Hafley. He's a good coach, good defensive coordinator. Was okay at Boston College. He took them to bowl games. He did what he could there. Decided to leave because of this NIL crap, and but I got nothing against Jeff Hafley or anything, but it's just he has nothing down there. I mean, the cupboard's bare. I mean, he has absolutely zero, and it's going to be a tough sledding for him this year. So, we'll see about that. Why we're talking about new coaches, we'll get into that in a minute. Dan Orlovsky, you know what? I got something right here. I got some Kool-Aid. See this here? This is Kool-Aid. This is the Kool-Aid that I'm drinking that says the Steelers are going to go 12-5 this year. All right. Your Kool-Aid, you're drinking the 5-12 Kool-Aid. And what you need to do is you need to look at yourself in the mirror and say, I'm a disgrace as a broadcaster. And here's the thing that bothers me about this whole thing. This guy gets paid all kinds of money to work for ESPN to make his opinion known, and he stinks. Listen to what Pensman talked about, how he thinks the Browns are going to have a great year with that easy schedule. Then he says the Steelers are going to go 5-12. Let me tell you something. If Mike Tomlin was coach, maybe 5-12. Okay, or 9-8, like we always talk about. Okay, but Mike McCarthy's the head coach this time. He's got some good coaches.
9-8.
You know what I mean? So I don't want to hear it from Dan Orlovsky that the Steelers are going to go 5-12. All right, Mike McCarthy has never had a losing season ever as a head coach. All right, and neither is Mike Tomlin, of course. But there are difference in coaching styles. We're going to find out what happens, but I have confidence in the fact that Mike McCarthy is going to put out a winning product, and I don't see the Steelers going 5-12. And you know what? You should put a bag over your face because it's obvious that you have no idea, Dan, what you're talking about. When you came into the NFL from Connecticut, you're a sucky quarterback. I'll talk to some of my friends in Detroit, and they'll tell me you didn't do well with the Detroit Lions, okay? And then what Pensman? He's been with about 10 other teams or something like that, or a bunch of other teams, and did nothing. So Dan, you weren't a good quarterback.
Yeah,
and now you're not a good broadcaster either. And I've heard you on some college games, and
he had Pittsburgh start. He had Pittsburgh 6 last year.
Oh, you know what?
He had Pittsburgh starting 0-6 last year.
Yeah, Dan, I think you really need to look at yourself. And ESPN, a shame on you for hiring this guy. I mean, I'm serious. The only way I could get a job in any one of these major stations is if I'm an ex-athlete, which I'm not. If I'm a ex-broadcaster, if I'm not. If I'm a journalist that writes for a newspaper, and I'm not. All I am is a broadcaster and a regular guy that's out here with a good voice that's trying to broadcast. And so the rest of us here, and the only respect we get is none. So that's the way it is right now. But Dan Orlovsky, shame on you. You should be bagging groceries or something, or working at 7-Eleven. Not that I have anything against what those folks do. All right, that's what I think you should be doing, because you stink as a broadcaster. You really do. You have no idea what you're talking about. None. All right, so there you go. All right, let's get into. You remember
the 0-6 start last year?
Yeah, we didn't start 0-6. Come on. I mean, that's really. Oh, yeah.
According to Dan, we were going 0-6 when the schedule came out, and we were like 5-4 and 5-1. That's what Dan said.
Here's what I think of Dan Orlovsky. There you go. So that's what I think of Dan Orlovsky. So there you go. All right. Anyway, here we go. We can sound the alarm. Yeah, we have to sound the alarm because he doesn't know what he's talking about. New coaches, guys. Let's talk a little bit about that. We got Todd Monken with Cleveland, Jesse Minter with Baltimore, Jeff Hafley. We just talked about with Miami. Let's see who else we got here. Mike LaFleur with Arizona. Robert Saleh with Tennessee. John Harbaugh with the New York Giants. Guys, what do you think of this lineup of new coaches and who's going to do well and who's going to flop? Brian, start with you.
I'm going to say for that job that's going to be the toughest is going to be the Arizona coach.
Oh, yeah, that's
the voodoo right there. But they do have a lot of salary cap, though. But he's gonna have to they're gonna have to find a lot of stuff wrong with that team. That's the biggest one I think of. But I think Harbaugh will do pretty good but he's got to deal with all that media stuff though. Harbaugh does.
Well, Harbaugh's going to have a hard time with that. And you know what? I had a debate with the Smoking Jim Frazier and some other guys who think I was wrong when I said this. He's going to have a tough time with that media. That New York media is brutal. And I said, well, let me ask everybody a question here. If Tomlin was to go to the New York Giants, do you think he could handle the media up there? I don't think so, because the New York media can be brutal no matter who it is. They were brutal to Parcells. They were brutal to the rest of the coaches up there. And I don't blame them, because a lot of the coaches beyond Parcells, other than Tom Coughlin, have been horrible. I mean, well, Jim Fossil won a couple games. But, I mean, and I think he went to a Super Bowl and lost. But, I mean, still, it's just one thing after another up there with the Giants. And now they've got Harbaugh up there. Let's see what he does, how he handles things. I mean, so, all right, we're going to go into Arizona's coaching staff here. All right, here we go. All right, let's get into that. If I can find it here. All right, here we go. Let me see. All right, here we go. Coaching staff for the Arizona Cardinals. Let's see what we got. Okay, Mike LaFleur is the head coach, and of course, he's an former offensive coordinator of the Rams. His brother is the head coach up at Green Bay. Connor Sensor is the pass game specialist. Nathaniel Hackett is their offensive coordinator. So I think Jacoby Brissett, who's starting for the Cardinals, might not have a bad season, but I don't know what their offensive line is going to be crappy. Is James Conner coming back? That's going to be another thing. Okay. He's been, in and out of the tub. Can't help the club if you're in the tub. And, so we'll see what he does. They have Matt Schaub as their quarterbacks coach. We all know who Matt Schaub is. He's been a backup quarterback all around the league. They have Tony Sorrentino as their wide receivers coach. He's not a bad coach.
Boo.
Oh, yeah, there we go. Boo, yeah. All right, but let me see here. Who else they have here of any notoriety? As far as I can see, that's about it. Now, that's for the offense. Now, for the defense, the defensive coordinator is Nick Rawlis. I have no idea who that is. I don't even know, anything. But Pete Kwiatkowski is their defensive line coach. He's not a bad coach. I've heard his name around in circles. Matt Feeney is our outside linebackers coach. Let's see here. Who else we have here? Brent Jackson is a quality control coach. And they got a guy here named Harry Harris as the chief janitor. So I just want to let everyone know that for Arizona. So there you go. All right. So, all right, guys, real quick here. Quarterback rankings, and this is from the NFL. They have let me see what they have here. All the quarterback rankings, and guess what? The Steelers aren't even on this, and it's a top 10. All right. Well, it's experts are saying Josh Allen is the number one quarterback in the league as of right now. All right. And then they have Patrick Mahomes coming back, Joe Burrow coming back, all comeback players. I don't know why they're so high. What makes you think they're going to come back? And nobody knows what Lamar Jackson's going to do in Baltimore. He's at number 4. I don't know how these experts don't know what they're talking about. Now, Justin Herbert, I could see because he's got Mike McDaniel as his offensive coordinator this year. I see him making some hay. Jordan Love will be good. Dak Prescott will make some hay, I think. Drake May could progress, and Brock Purdy is at number 10 there, Brian. We'll see what he does. So,
yeah, we'll see what he's got to do. He's got a lot of – he's got – to me, he's got to throw it downfield, but he's got Evans now. So, 1-2 punch right there,
Yeah, who would have thought Mike Evans would have went to San Francisco? Of course, they lost Debo Samuel.
And did anybody –
Go ahead, Pensman. You're up there. New coaches. Who's going to fail? Who's going to make it? What do you think?
Did anybody hear Rodgers?
No, Aaron Rodgers isn't even on this list. So, that goes to show you the state.
No, that's embarrassing.
That is embarrassing. You are exactly correct on that.
Yeah, no,
because if you look at it the way I'm seeing it, no pun intended for the show I used to do called The Way I See It. So, but anyway. All right, go ahead, Pensman. Your thoughts. I have my coaches that I think are going to fail and the ones I think are going to make it. But go ahead, Pensman. Who do you think is going to fail in the new coaches and who's going to make it?
I think Arizona coach is going to fail. I think Harbaugh is going to succeed. I think Harbaugh, what he did, he turned that into a dumpster fire. Malik Neighbors is coming back in week 1. So Malik Neighbors is coming back week 1. So I think what Giants are going to do is going to shock everybody. They're not going to set the world on fire, but they're not going to fight a dumpster fire over MetLife Stadium this year.
No, I don't. Well, the only dumpster fire is going to be the Jets. I mean, they got Geno Smith as their quarterback, and that's going to be real interesting. I'm waiting to see how that works out. I guess Aaron Glenn finally realized Justin Fields wasn't it, So, all right, Jeff Hafley's going to fail in Miami. Clint Kubiak's going to take some bumps in the road with Las Vegas Raiders, and I forgot about him. Okay, Todd Monken's going to take some bumps in the road in Cleveland. Jesse Minter, I think, will do maybe a 9-8, 8-9 kind of thing. And he's going to take a few bumps in the road, too. Those are my 4 coaches that are going to take bumps in the road. I think John Harbaugh's going to do pretty well with New York. They have some talent. Giants do. And now they have a coach that's, pretty reasonable until he plays the Steelers. Then he fails. All right. So, but anyway, John Harbaugh, I think, will do pretty well there. And we're going to find out exactly what they're made of. And now, Buffalo, Joe Brady, I forgot about him. I think he might do okay. He's been in their system. He's been with Josh Allen, and now they have an offensive system. I think that'll work. That Joe Brady's a coach. Let's see what he does. He's been a good offensive coordinator. His name's come up all over the place for a head coaching job. He finally got it with Buffalo. All right, so we'll see what goes on there in Buffalo as well. I forgot to mention about Joe Brady being the new coach at Buffalo. So that's my list of who I think will succeed and who I think will fail. And we're going to find out with these new coaches where they are. Now, let's talk about coaches from last year. Let's talk about Kellen Moore, New Orleans Saints. They had some close games, some dog fights. They almost won a few games, upset a couple people. I think New Orleans might be a little bit better this year. They're out of that cap hell that they were in down there. And so we'll see what they do this year. And then you have, some of the other coaches that are, second-year guys who, some of them didn't even last 1 season, let alone 2. And we're going to find out what Aaron Glenn does with the Jets. Okay, what's he going to do? So we'll find out there as well. And I can't. Oh, Jacksonville. Let's see what Liam Cohen does there. He had his first year. They were in the playoffs. I mean, he did a really good job. Are we going to see a sophomore slump? Let's see what happens in Jacksonville. Brian, your thoughts? Last year's new coach's second year. Do you think we have a sophomore slump, or what do you think?
I think we're going to see the Jacksonville coach be it. They can actually really be with their schedule and everything. I think they can make think they can make a good run at the playoffs. But I think they'll make it to the playoffs and then get bounced in the second round or whatever they want to call it, the playoffs. But I think they'll show up and And matter of fact, they can win their division. They could get close to winning their division this year too. So we'll just have to see how everybody stays healthy. So
yeah, exactly. All right. Pensman, go ahead. Last year's coaches, sophomore slumps, or what do you think? Are you there, Pensman? There he is.
I can barely hear you. It's coming in. It's coming in now.
Oh, yeah. Here we go again. All right, go ahead.
I think Jacksonville's going to have a good year. I saw their schedule. I think they're going to have a good year. I think they'll make playoffs, but I think it's going to be one and done. All depends how Trevor Lawrence comes back with his concussion. He had a concussion and end of his season, but we'll see how that goes. But I think the rest of the coaches, I think it's going to be a sophomore slump. I don't see anything spectacular or anything. So that's my take on that.
Oh yeah. How about Ben Johnson with Chicago? How about I forgot about Brian Schottenheimer down in Dallas. I mean, we got a lot
yeah. Ben, what Ben Johnson's doing with the Bears is fantastic.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he did a really good job. Started off, his team was undisciplined. I watched a couple games. Defense was undisciplined. Dennis Allen got that squad in place and everything else. But Ben Johnson lost Eric Bieniemy. Eric Bieniemy is a new back in Kansas City as assistant head coach and offensive coordinator with the Kansas City Chiefs. Matt Nagy is gone. Matt Nagy is with the Giants and John Harbaugh. So we're going to find out where that goes. That's why I think John Harbaugh is going to have a pretty good year with New York this year. We'll see what he does as well. All right, guys, let's get back to some schedule talk here a little bit. We already went through. Now, we already went through who's going to have the soft schedule. Who's going to have a mediocre schedule somewhere in the middle? Start with you, Pensman. Go ahead. Who do you think's in the middle? Go ahead. We hear you. Just speak.
Go ahead, Brian.
Yeah, go ahead, Brian.
Go ahead.
Who
Brian.
I think is going to have the middle one? Atlanta. I think they'll be in the mix. Yeah, I think they will be in the middle.
Stefanski too. Jeez.
Yeah, I think they'll be in the middle of the pack, but I don't think they'll make a playoff. But I think they'll be a little over 500. And watch out for Washington too. Washington get in there. Also watch out for watch out for some of these Tampa Bay. They can get in there. The Bucks can get in there.
Yeah, Todd Bowles went out and got some defensive players this year.
Yeah.
Winning the draft.
There's a couple teams,
Yeah.
So it depends on, where they're going to – and it all depends on this too, injuries.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We always talk about injuries of who is not going to be injured at the – they only carry so many players, like 75, I think. So, I mean, you can have most of your roster complete, but you got to think about injuries. You get injured, a superstar or something like that, it could go down real quick, you know?
Yeah, and you got to scramble to find somebody to replace that person. And if you don't have enough depth, look out. I mean, you're done. Yeah. And, I think the Commanders paid the price last year with that. And I forgot about Atlanta, folks. Kevin Stefanski. I think he's going to do pretty good this year. He's got a good staff down there. We're going to find out what he does. He's got Tua. Let's see if he can motivate him to be a good quarterback. Steelers are going to see him in the first game at home, the home opener. It's been a while. So we're going to find out what happens there with Atlanta. That's, Kevin Stefanski. I'm interested to see what Dave Canellis and your Carolina Panthers there, Brian. They went to the playoffs last year at 8-9, and maybe it'll go this year at 9-8. But so what? It's playoffs, And for Carolina, that's not a bad deal. I mean, so. But anyway, all right. Let's take a look at who has the toughest schedules now. Brian, we'll start with you. Toughest schedule.
Ooh, and I just called one out. Seahawks.
Yeah, the Seahawks. Yeah, that was the only one. Do you think any other team has a tough schedule?
I'm thinking about maybe Dallas. Maybe has a good one.
Yeah.
Dallas is
Detroit.
Dallas is going to have
Detroit. They're going to struggle again. I don't know if Dan Campbell. I told everybody and nobody believed me, and now there's people got egg on their face up.
Detroit's going to have a problem. Detroit's got problems.
Yeah, they are, and they have problems because he doesn't. Dan Campbell doesn't have his star coordinators anymore, and the guys that he put in there last year stink. So I mean, he's got to do something, and we'll see what Detroit does this year. Sorry, Jeremy Balwick, but
don't forget they got Montgomery too.
Yeah, exactly. So, but everybody, adds and subtracts. They lose players. Players leave for free agency, injuries. They had to go into. You have to go into the draft sometimes. Sometimes you get a good undrafted free agent. Like the Steelers got that kid from Syracuse. I think he's going to make the team. That kid is big. He's a great defensive guy, lineman. Somehow he didn't get drafted. If he didn't play for Syracuse, guys, I think he probably would have got drafted. He didn't play for Syracuse because Syracuse was one of the teams that had nobody drafted. So I mean, Jaworski, I think his last name is, and I think he's going to make the team because the Steelers are hungry for some defensive linemen, and I think that's my camp phenom for the Steelers. So undrafted free agents can help you too. It all depends on where they're. Pensman, go ahead.
I agree.
Who has the toughest schedule this year? And you can give us our mediocre one since you didn't give it earlier because go ahead.
Dallas. Dallas has the toughest schedule. They have, but every Cowboys fans think they're going to make the Super Bowl. Stephen A. Smith thinks they're going to make the Super Bowl. Everybody's thinking they're making the Super Bowl, but it's the Cowboys. Just relax. They're not going to do anything. They might be doing something. They might get all the big names. It's not what you do on the paper. It's what you do on the field. But I think they have a tough schedule. I think the Eagles have an average schedule. We'll see how Sirianni and Jalen Hurts goes. There will be no AJ Brown, so we'll see who Jalen Hurts throws to, and we'll see if they can stop him and stop the tush push and stuff like that. So we'll see what the Eagles could do.
The Eagles might not be as good as they've been. I think they might. They might.
I'm ready for it.
I think they will this year, Petsman. I agree.
How about this one? How about this one, Ralph? We haven't really talked about. How about Denver though, too?
Oh, Denver, yeah, Sean Payton. Oh my, yeah, his team.
Let's listen to this one. This is their schedule: at Kansas City, first game, second game.
Kansas City's not that good. I mean, they really aren't. I don't think they're going to be good again this year.
Denver will be at home playing Jacksonville. They'll be at home playing the Rams. At San Francisco, at the Chargers. They'll be at home versus Seattle. At Arizona. Then they'll be home for Kansas City. At Carolina. Then they'll have a bye. Then Las Vegas. At Pittsburgh. Then they'll be home. They'll play Miami at home. At the Jets. At the Raiders. Buffalo, they'll be home. At New England. And they'll end the season with the Chargers. That's a heat of a crazy one,
Yeah, the West, the AFC West, I don't think is that good except for the Chargers. Chargers have upgraded this year. They got Justin Herbert some weapons. They shored up that offensive line.
That's it.
Yeah, and they got Mike McDaniel. Mike McDaniel.
Finally.
As their offensive coordinator. Yes, finally. Yes, exactly. That offensive line was atrocious. Every year, Justin Herbert's running for his life. I mean,
Hey, Ralph.
And yes, go ahead.
Ralph, can you pull up that last comment? Surprise for you.
NBA.
So if you see
end of the first quarter, Pistons lead the Cavaliers. Oh wow! There you go. That's a good score.
No. Go 2 up. No. Go to go.
Hi, Dad. Down from.
No, it
No,
says
That's one I see here.
Yay!
Yeah, I see this one here.
I can't do it because I'm it's I can't.
yeah,
do it.
that one right there. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. That's one. That's the one.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
All right. Who is it? Oh,
I think you
okay.
know. I think you know her.
Yeah, I do know her. How are you? Yes, indeed. All right. I hope you're having some fun down there in Ocean City. I hope you know. So yeah.
Call her
Hope
out. That's the way to call her
you
out.
get to stop by her and say hello. So there you go. But we'll go from there. But enjoy your time in Ocean City. So I'll be enjoying my time next Saturday, May 23rd. Those of you who are interested, stop by the Ocean Downs Casino. I'll be there to see Night Ranger. So stop by and talk with me. I'll be there. I'll be the guy rolling around in a wheelchair. So, you'll see me there as well. All right. Any final thoughts here? Any final things you want to talk about? We're getting ready to wrap it up here. Some announcements and we're ready to wrap it up. We'll start with you, Pensman. Go ahead.
Like I said, the Cowboys, they're not going to do anything, but you can find me on YouTube. Sports. Hit that subscribe button. Try to help me get to 1,200. I'll try to get 2,000 by the end of the year. You can email at sport@gmail.com. Have comments. There will be no question and answer time because I'm here now. So there will be no question and answer. I'm going home and I'm going to go off here and I'm going to relax the rest of the night.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to get off the air here. We're going to get ready for SmackDown at 8:00. See what happens there tonight. And I got to tell you, I was watching TNA last night, guys, and it wasn't too bad on TNA. Mike Santana's the world champion, and he's doing pretty good for himself. He's getting ready to fight Steve Macklin again at the next pay-per-view. And they've got Indy Hartwell there, a former WWE superstar. The woman who was the co-general manager of SmackDown, I can't remember her name. She's teamed up with Morgan. She's there now. I'm trying to remember her name for the life of me. I can't. She's there now. She's a manager. And, they've got some former WWE talent, and there's some going there that was just released. And so it's going to be interesting. We'll find out what happens with that as well. Brian, any final thoughts here before we wrap it up? I'm going to do some announcements, and then we're going to wrap it up here. Go ahead.
No, I just want to congratulate Kyle Busch for winning the truck race today at Dover. So that he's won. He won. That's the second race this year that he actually won. But it's in the truck series.
Oh, he did. Oh, he did win.
Yes, he did win.
Wow, that's cool.
So he actually won in the truck series, but
wow,
it's not the big boys yet. So we'll see what he can do this weekend.
Did he drive a truck? Did he drive a truck?
Yeah, drive a truck.
I drive a truck.
Yeah, but anyway, just one last thing. Tomorrow, the Indy 500 qualifying is tomorrow.
Was it a
what? I didn't hear that, but
Was it a Tonka truck?
Yeah, it was a Tonka truck. Toyota truck. That's what it was. A Toyota truck.
Oh man. Hey, I got a good one for you.
Toyota Tonka. Okay.
I got a good one for you. How do you throw up in Japanese?
Oh,
Toyota. So there you go.
No idea.
Yeah. And also,
nice.
Yeah, no. If anybody is around the area, around Greenville area, wherever, please support the Greek festival that is actually downtown in Greenville. So that will be this weekend, started actually today. So that's some great food, great live events. So it's going to be nice out all weekend. So if you're not doing anything, come on down to Greenville, South Carolina, and chill out at the Greek festival. So that'd be fun.
All right. And don't forget, next weekend is Memorial Day weekend. Please, everybody, if you're going to go out and party or do whatever you're going to do, I urge you to please be safe next week. But next Saturday, I will be at the Ocean Downs Casino to see Night Ranger. And if you live in the area around Ocean City, or if you're coming down might want to stop up, get your tickets, and stop and see me. I might be roaming around the casino somewhere. I'll be roaming around in my wheelchair, so check it out. Also, mailbag Ralph Williams 737 at gmail.com. What do you think of the shows? And don't forget to check out tomorrow the Saturday of Ralph. And here we are with the Saturday of Ralph Williams. And we have a lot to talk about tomorrow as well. But first, 7 a.m. to 8 a.m., 93.5 The Beach, Delmarva's rock station. I will be on from 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. with the Ralph Williams Show. Don't forget to tune into that as well. 50,000 watts of power. And oh yeah, we got a lot to talk about tomorrow. All right, at 7 a.m. and then 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. in Pittsburgh, 12:50 a.m. The Answer 92.5 on the FM dial. 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. The Ralph Williams Show. Lots to talk about, including Allegheny County Council President Pat Katina. We'll talk about him. When you hear what he's up to and what's going on with him. And don't forget Sunday morning, 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. on 1250 The Answer 92.5 on the FM dial, theanswerpgh.com. Ralph Williams Show with Tony Moreno. Here it is. All right, last but not least, second to last but not least, the Saturday Sports Show with me, Ralph Williams, Pensman Sports, Brian Pettit, Leo Haggerty. Our special guest tomorrow will be Rod Peterson. Here we go. It's at 10 a.m. tomorrow on YouTube here, Facebook here, Twitch here, Twitter X here, and the Kick Network here. Everybody raise their hand here. All right, so we'll be on all these platforms, Pensman Sports, and also on the new network for Brian Pettit. And I'll be putting that up in a few moments. But that's what's going on Saturday. And then Sunday, don't forget 10 a.m. to 11 a.m., 12:50 a.m., The Answer 92.5 on the FM dial. Ralph Williams Show. And then Monday, Memorial Day. Here we go. All right. Don't forget Monday, the Ralph Williams Show, every Monday, 2 to 3 p.m. on AM 620 KHB. And drive time afternoon in Pittsburgh. I love it. I just love it. I'm taking ratings from the other stations. So there you go. All right. And don't forget on Wednesday, and we start at 3 o'clock, 3 to 4 p.m., the Ralph Williams Show in Philadelphia, the city of brotherly love. Here I am, 3 to 4 p.m., the Ralph Williams Show, 860 a.m. WWDB. And don't forget, I believe this Wednesday coming up will be our live call-in show. So we'll be live call-in show that you can call in. I have a phone number for you. Check out my social media platforms for the phone number to call in. We'll do live call-in. We do it every fourth Wednesday of the month, and that'll be next Wednesday or this coming Wednesday coming up, I believe, or the following Wednesday. I believe it's this week. Yeah, it's this coming Wednesday. We're going to have our live call-in show. So I'll let you know on my social media platforms, YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, X, and also I'm on the Kick Network. I'm on TikTok. I'm on Instagram. I'm on Rumble. I'm also on Getter as well. So just to let everyone know, it's Blue Sky and LinkedIn as well. Don't forget to like and subscribe to all those platforms as well. All right. And then Wednesday, don't forget Ralph's Opinion. Here we go. Every Wednesday, 7:30 p.m., Ralph's Opinion Show. You emailed me. You told me you didn't want me to take it off the air, and it's back. Ralph's Opinion Show, 7:30 Wednesday nights on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, X, and the Kick Network. And then finally, last but not least, Friday, 3 o'clock p.m., here it is, the Sports Corner Radio Show on 620K. That's with me, Ralph Williams, Smoking Jim Frazier, Claudia Razzone, and Luther Dupree. And I forgot to mention And these guys are going to get mad at me for this, but I forgot to mention Saturday, 2 to 3 p.m., the Sports Corner radio show with me, Ralph Williams, Smoking Jim Frazier, Claudia Rosona, Luther Dupree, 2 to 3 p.m., 12:50 a.m., The Answer 92.5 on the FM dial and theanswerpgh.com. Lots to talk about. Our guest will be Chris. Actually, our guest today was Chris Carter. Our guest, this afternoon was Chris Carter. I want to thank him from the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette for being on a show with us this afternoon. And then tomorrow afternoon, we got more to talk about on the Sports Corner radio show. So don't forget to tune into that. And now let's get to our the other guys here. Pensman Sports. Don't forget to tune into his work on social media. He does a lot of shorts and stuff with the Yankees, hockey. Also, I want to congratulate Pensman. He's going to be on Draft Nation. He's a hockey expert, NHL expert on Draft Nation. Thank you, Joe Kuglis, my friend, for putting my shows, my stuff, Pensman stuff on the draftnation.com. All right, and then Brian Pettit here. Don't forget to tune into his stuff on Sports Break Media. He's also does social media. We're going to be doing some live streaming coming up this year, football games, and we're going to be getting into some Steeler games. Pensman and I are going to do some live streaming of some games, so we're going to be getting into that as well. But Brian does some live streaming as well. San Fran games, Clemson maybe, and some of the race.
We're going full throttle next weekend, next Sunday. I'm going to be through full throttle. I'll be doing the Indy 500 and the Coca-Cola 600.
I couldn't get it out, Brian. I'm sorry.
I know you're fine. I know, but I want to do both of the. We'll do the Indy 500 first, and then we'll take a little 30-minute, about an hour break, and then we're going to hit the NASCAR. So it's going to be a long afternoon doing big-time racing.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And also don't forget www.rwmediaproductions.com. I'm going to be uploading a whole bunch of brand new shows, and you can archive them as well. And I'm also going to be doing some stuff on Spotify, so you might want to check that out as well. That's coming up in June. I got some big stuff going on. Coming up in June, I promise this time. I'm sorry. Again, last couple of weeks, I've been sort of taking care of some personal business that I've had to take care of. That's kind of slowed me down a little bit, but we got everything coming back up again. In June 1st, we're going to be kicking it off big time. RW Media Productions, the year of all three of us here. This year's going to be our year. Help us to get our subscribers up. Help us to get followers up all across our social media platforms. I'm Ralph Williams. This has been a very special edition tonight of the NFL Schedule Show. We had a great time tonight. Don't forget to tune us in tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. for the Saturday Sports Show with me, Ralph Williams, Pensman Sports, Brian Pettit, Leo Haggerty. A special guest, Rod Peterson, will be on to talk with us about the NHL playoffs and much more. So don't forget to tune in tomorrow. Until tomorrow morning at 10 a.m., I am Ralph Williams. Have yourself a great one. And please, by all means, be safe. Thank you.